12 of a year facing fear. My house is falling down behind me. What a perfect way to start the fact that today I'm going to be talking about something that I'm pretty embarrassed to admit and I feel a lot of shame about, and that is the fact that I get really excited about starting personal projects. This is one of them. I thought I would do some nice paddling on the walls, but then, and I plan it out and I went to Bunnings and I get all the stuff and I buy all the equipment, but when it actually comes to completing the project, I get really stuck. And so last week, I decided that it would be a really wonderful idea. I've been watching too much Instagram, obviously. A really wonderful idea to start paneling the walls so you'd have this really beautiful look on a budget. And so I went to Bunnings and I got 125 pieces of panel board cut. 125. I don't know what I was thinking, that I was going to panel the whole neighborhood. 125 pieces of panel. That's a lot of wood, given that I wasn't actually sure that I knew A, what I was doing, and B, that I could pull it off. And so I went to Bunnings, I got lots and lots of wood, and I started to, with the help of Aiden, my son, because he's great at maths and pretty handy, started measuring out and gluing the panels on the wall. And then I realized that I hadn't done the ceiling, and my idea was that in a day we could have the panels on, we could have it painted. They make it look so easy on Instagram, don't they? They literally, it's like 5 seconds and you're done. So I think it was 11 o'clock at night last week. We were still going. I was still going. Up on the ceiling, painting the ceiling. I've done the ceiling now, but now I am surrounded by wood and paint. I have my desk now because I'm normally set up here in my room, and there's stuff everywhere. And this is something that is very common in my life, and it's something that I'm pretty embarrassed to admit, and I have a lot of shame about. When I was a bit younger, my nickname was Halfer, because I would do half of this and half of that. And at the moment, I have a fence that is half painted, a garden that is half dug up out the front. The panels on the house, it's a weatherboard, so I've started sanding them back for painting, but I haven't finished. And then inside, I started to get some plastering done, but then I didn't paint. And I have so many of these little projects that now I am completely and totally overwhelmed. And the thing is that for me, I'm not great with time. So I find whether it's 5 minutes or an hour, in my mind, it feels the same. And so I'll say, yeah, that'll take me 5 minutes. I'll just do this, and away we go. And then I end up with so much on my plate, and I just can't do it. And this is something that I have felt so much shame about my whole life. You know, I have been the butt of so many jokes. Half of this, half of that. I would do the dishes and then I'd go and start ironing, and I'd be cooking at the same time, and I'd be doing 5 million things. And it wasn't until last year that at 50 that I was diagnosed with ADHD, and it's quite hard to be diagnosed with something really late in life, because there's I guess for me, there's that feeling of sadness and grief and loss about how your life, I guess, how my life might have been different if I'd actually bloody well known what was going on. And, but I didn't know what was going on. And there were a lot of negative messages throughout my life about, you're too much, you calm down, why can't you finish things? And so I have tried my whole life and really put a lot of things in place and worked so hard to compensate for that, but never actually understanding why those things were difficult for me. And so, and then I felt a lot of shame about that, as if why are things that are really easy for other people difficult for me? And then of course, the flip side is there were some things that I was really great at. I was great at ideas and had lots of energy and could make things happen really quickly, particularly under pressure. But this here is my panel work, and it's stuck behind my back now, is, I guess, a reminder of the fact that sometimes things are difficult, and we can look at other people's lives and we think, oh, well, everybody else has it together. Everyone else, it's easy for them. It's harder for me because, but I guess I just want to remind you that for me, this video is about talking about something that I feel a lot of shame about, and I've been criticized a lot and made fun of a lot my whole life. So it's hard to talk about it. You know, often when I would avoid having people over, or when they would come, I'd say, oh, I'm renovating, don't mind the mess. But the truth is, I've been renovating for 10 years. And it's just that I struggle to finish the things that I've started out there. And that's okay. I'm working on it, and now what I realize is sometimes I just need help and support. I need to do it with people. I need a body double. I need someone, is anyone else like that? I need somebody a team, so that I don't feel alone, and then it's not quite so daunting. So I guess I just wanted to remind you that we all have our thing that we struggle with. Everybody has something that they struggle with, even if on the surface their life looks perfect and they look like they've got their shit together. We all have things, our unique things that are difficult for us, that are challenging, and that is okay. We don't need to feel shame about it. We don't need to feel like, oh, I need to be more like everyone else, because sometimes it's those things that are unique to you that are your superpower, even if it doesn't feel like it at the time. I don't know if you've got anything in your life that you're feeling a little bit ashamed about or embarrassed about, or even if it's a room in your house that you think, oh my God, don't go in there. It's okay. That's okay. It's okay to have bits of your life that aren't perfect. It's okay to have a bit of mess and chaos from time to time. It's okay to admit that you haven't got it all together. It's okay. And so today I'm reminding myself of that too, as I sit here and look at my damn wall. And perhaps I just need to call a friend and ask for support to finish it. Because I know that for me personally, when I have support, then it makes all this easier, and then I can get it done really quickly. And then it's not such a big, overwhelming thing. And so I want to remind you to reach out and ask for help, and that it's okay not to be perfect. And until next time, I see you, I believe in you, you've got this. Thank you for following along. Thank you for your comments. Feel free to join the Facebook group, A Year Facing Fear, and let me know what it is that you're struggling with. Are you handy? Can you come over to my house and please fix my wall? Until next time. Mwah.